Hello my darlings, it's Gemma here and this is going to be my video response to Brittany Preshen's video about her favourite crystals. So I'm going to show you some of my favourite crystals. So if you like crystals, you are in for a treat. Okay, so I'll just start with this piece of snowflake obsidian. I've had this for years and it's just beautiful. I really like the energy of it. It's a very magical stone and I feel like it's kind of grounding and energizing at the same time. I'm actually really good at identifying different crystals, but I don't have a really good memory for what different crystals actually do, whereas I have friends who are really good at that. So, and you know, I've got a couple of books. So I've got this, the Crystal Bible, and then I've got this little Crystal Therapy by Doreen Virtue, and this little thin volume on understanding crystals. So I want to get some more books on crystals because I want to learn more, but those are the ones I have for the time being, so I can look them up in those ones. But I find that every crystal has got its own different purpose anyway, and if you listen and talk to your crystals, then they'll tell you what they're with you for, because you know, our crystals really choose us. I do believe that. And anyway, getting back to snowflake obsidian, the little snowflakes on it are caused by a mineral called cristobalite. So if you do a Google image search on that, it's really cool. The little molecules of the mineral look like tiny little temples. It's really cool. I'll put a link to it in the about section, but you really want to look at that. It's very cool. So I really love this crystal. Another one I always have on hand is rose quartz. So I've had this chunk of rose quartz for years, and I usually put this one in my bathroom along with a piece of chrysoprase. This one's a little slice of chrysoprase, and then I've also got a slice of rhodonite. And I keep those in my bathroom because I find them good for self-love and acceptance, which if I catch a glimpse of myself naked in the bathroom mirror, I sometimes struggle with that. So it's really good to have those ones to remind me to have self-love and acceptance. And another one that I should probably put in there is this piece of Cobaltian calcite. This is a fairly new crystal. I acquired it fairly recently, so yeah, and it's really good for women for their sexuality. Sorry if too much information, but yeah, I think maybe I'll put it in the bathroom with my other crystals for helping me love and accept myself as well, so because it's really good for that. And I also really love my calcites. I've got a few different calcites in different colours, but I just love that smooth, soapy feel of them when you have them in your hand. I just can't get enough of them. Absolutely love calcites. And I watched a hibiscus moon video on them not long ago where she said that they're a very gentle stone to work with if you want to make changes in your life. They're not too jarring, so they're not going to, you know, throw you off too much, but they'll just help you gently make those changes. And I do find it to be a very gentle stone, so yep, I absolutely love my calcite. And another one that I really love is celestite. So this is a piece of celestite, and I had wanted one for a very long time before I bought it. I bought it when I was pregnant with my son, so almost, yeah, probably 2 years ago now. And it's just a very calming stone. It's very relaxing and beautiful, and it's good for contacting your guides and angels. Oh, I'm just looking at it now and I'm seeing little rainbows in it. Absolutely beautiful. I love crystals. I can't get enough of them. I try to stop buying them or cut down on buying them, but I always keep seeing ones that I like that I have to bring home. It just never ends, does it? I know some of you are the same. But a couple more that I like. I've got this piece of boulder opal, and you can see the little streaks of boulder in it, of opal, sorry, in the boulder. Beautiful. And I also have this little piece of peacock ore. I bought this just a couple of weekends ago at the markets, and I was looking through them and I couldn't find one I liked. I was like, oh no, I really want some peacock ore. But then I saw this one with the little streaks in it, and as soon as I looked at it and as soon as I had it in my hand, I was like, oh yes, this is the one for me. Don't you love how that happens? It happens to me all the time. It's gorgeous. And I tend to work a lot with stones for grounding and protection and that kind of thing, as well as alleviating depression, because that's something that I work with a lot, that I struggle with a lot, sorry. So I do tend to work with those. And one that's really good for that is black tourmaline, and I've got a piece of quartz here which is tourmaline in quartz, so you can see all those tiny little inclusions. And I bought this from a shop locally, and I don't think I paid all that much for it, but it's an absolutely stunning piece. It's just gorgeous. And I've got this one which is tourmaline in mica, or mica in tourmaline. So apparently it's good for protection because it reflects the harmful thoughts and that kind of thing back to the sender. And I bought this a little while after I did my other video where I changed the words to "we all come from the goddess," because apparently doing that causes a curse. So I sort of, with my tongue firmly planted in my cheek, bought this crystal because I thought, oh, this might be good to help reflect back that curse that I'm under. So it's okay. I don't really think I'm cursed. I really believe that we're only cursed if we think we are. And what else have I got? I wonder if that piece of blue kyanite is here somewhere. I've also got blue kyanite. And I've got the most stunning piece, but I don't know where it is, so that might have to be for another video, sorry. And I've got this one here is lepidolite, and this is just a rough piece of lepidolite. I really have a passion for rough specimens of crystals. You know, tumbles and that kind of thing are okay if that's all you can get, and they are quite inexpensive, but I really, really love my rough specimens. That's where my real passion is. And this one, I keep it near my computer because it's supposed to be good for computers. Yeah, it helps them run smoothly, but you know what computers are like. Yeah, and I just have this piece of amethyst. I bought this from Mission Beach probably about 10 years ago, and it hasn't been far from my side since. And it's really good. I like to take it out under each full moon, and then I'll use it to cleanse other crystals and bits of jewelry and that kind of thing. And I've got this bracelet which has got tiger's eye in it, and it's actually really cool because you've got the yellow tiger's eye, and then you've also got blue and red tiger's eye as well. So it's a very special one, and I find it really good for courage and all those good things that Tiger Eye helps us with. Yeah, what else have I got? I've also got my piece of, oh, I've got a blank. Not lepidolite, lepidolite, no. Can't think what it's called, but Brittany had one in her video, and yeah, I've got a nice piece too. It's a nice palm stone. I bought it at the same time as my piece of celestite. And I can't do a video about my favourite crystals without mentioning crystal skulls, of which I have a couple. I would like to have more, but unfortunately I'm financially not in a state to have more at the moment. But this little one cost me about $30. I call her Tashi, and she seems like a girl to me. And I bought her online from somebody who bought her and felt that she didn't really connect with her. And I find that she is with me for helping me with my path with Reiki and healing. So crystal skulls tend to be really good for communicating with your crystal and finding finding out what they're for. And my theory for it is that if they are shaped in the shape of a human skull, then it's easier to anthropomorphize them and to think of them as beings, which all crystals are beings, and all crystals are with us for a specific purpose for each crystal. But when they're in the shape of a skull, it's just easier to think of them that way. So that's why they're really good to work with. So that's my theory anyway. So if you've got a modern crystal skull, then I think they're really good to work with. And I've got a couple of other ones. This is Barry, who's already made his debut in one of my YouTube videos. And this one I call Medwin, and he's a little piece of sodalite. I love sodalite. He's very cool too. And another crystal that I love to work with is hematite. Here's a rough piece of hematite, and I've also got some smooth polished pieces which are really good to hold in my hands and ground with when I'm meditating. And what else? Smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is one of the best crystals to work with for depression. And Brittany mentioned anxiety in her last video, that green calcite is good for anxiety. And I should also mention about calcite that you can't leave it soaking in a bowl of water for a long time, because I did that recently and my crystal smashed when I picked it up and applied pressure to it. So I wasn't very happy about that, so that's good to know. Okay, well, that's about it. I've talked about most of my favourite crystals. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll link to Brittany's original video. So thank you for watching. Okay, bye!